about. That's what I'm talking about. Take them to Tulum. They want to go to Tulum tonight on Delta. Put them on Delta.
Okay, you guys, we are back with another video, honey. In this video, I have so many questions. Let's get into it because Cardi B's baby daddy, not the husband, but the baby daddy, Stefon Diggs, his team won the games last night. And after they did, I'm not a sports person like that, you know. After they did, she went cray on the internet. She was like, that's what I'm talking about. Take them to Tulum, put them on Delta. And I was wondering, is she going to pay for that flight? Because Cardi B would, you know, she would pay for that flight. Cardi B, based off everything that she shares on the internet, she puts herself in position that she doesn't need to put herself in. And I believe that it's not far-fetched for her to say she's going to pay for this flight for Stefon Diggs and his teammate out of need to be accepted, wanting to be the main character because there are a few girls. So it's not beneath Cardi B wanting to pay for a private flight for Stefon Diggs and his teammates to get to Tulum, right? On Delta. Because, she wasn't at the game this time around. I told you she was not going to show up to this game. I told you she was not going to be at this game. Because the last game she went inside the building, they said that she was cold and she was going outside, but she was going inside to get warm. That could be true, but I believe that Stefon Diggs was doing a lot of flirtatious pass with a cheerleader. He's dating that cheerleader, by the way. He's dating that cheerleader, ain't no doubt. But those girls are not the one that he wants to mess with. The white girls, those are the girls who will end his career. Do you see the things that he does to these black women, and he does it repeatedly and he gets away with it? He could never do that to these white girls because they will cancel him. You best believe they will cancel him and cancel him in a heartbeat, right? Now, there's a report out from TMZ. They're saying Cardi B goes wild after Diggs Pats win. Enjoy Mexico bolts. Right? They're saying Cardi B could be a travel agent cause after Stefon Diggs and the Patriots booted Los Angeles from the playoffs, she went to get the Chargers on a plane to Tulum. She wants to get the Chargers on a plane to Tulum. She wants, which means if she wants to do it, it's going to be from her pocket. And we heard this girl talking about being over budget for the tour, and she's saying she's going to have to find means and ways to come up with the rest of the money. But here she is wanting to take this man and his entire teammate to Tulum because she wants to be a main character so bad. We don't see Jordyn Woods out here doing this, and Jordyn Woods has been main character. You see, the thing is this. No one can blame Stefon Diggs for what Stefon Diggs does to Cardi B, even when it's not right and even when it's unethical. No one can blame Stefon Diggs because Stefon Diggs has never hidden who he is and what he is about. And this is why you don't see the internet dragging him as they're dragging Cardi B, because Cardi B saw the fire. So she was in the frying pan with Offset. The frying pan was hot because Offset was going on with a lot of shenanigans. Cardi B decided that she was in the frying pan. The frying pan was way too hot for her. But irrespective of the fact that she knows Stefon Diggs, the fire, is way hotter than the frying pan, Offset, she consciously decided that If she gets in the fire, she would get back at Offset, his favorite player on his favorite team. And she decided that she was going to go for the fire. So now she's getting the 360-degree burns. Who should feel sorry for her? Absolutely no one should feel sorry for her. We can wish her all the best and hope that she finds herself and get out of this mess. But do you think I'm going to sit here and feel sorry for her? No. I'll feel sorry for the kids in Gaza because they have no control over what is happening to them. I'll take my time to pray for those kids in Gaza. And I'll pray that karma gets to the people who have hurt them. I pray that the people who have hurt them suffers the same in the future so they understand the level of evil they have brought on those kids and those women. Especially those kids, because those kids are innocent. So I'll pray for those people, but I'll never waste my time praying for Cardi B, not in this situation. Never. Never. I'll pray for her kids. I'll pray for culture because it seems as though culture is outraged. But I want culture to give Stefon Diggs hell because guess what? Someone has to do it. Someone has to stand up to Stefon Diggs. And if Cardi B is not doing it like hell, culture should. Because since she's the bigger person and since she has to grow up so fast, she should. And I'm supporting her because ain't no way. You know, Cardi B is selfish. Cardi B is a selfish human being. And I'm going to tell you why I say she's a selfish human being. Cardi B thinks about providing luxury for her kids. I'm going to tell you that much. She thinks about providing a luxurious lifestyle for her kids. She does not think about her kids' mental well-being. She doesn't. Cardi B, when she's hurting, she thinks about satisfying her pain. She thinks about satisfying her anger. She doesn't sit down and say, self, should I satisfy my pain and should I satisfy my anger? How will this affect my children? She's like Diddy. When Diddy was putting hands on feet and Casa Ventura, at no point nothing clicked in that man's head to say, I have two beautiful girls. And the evil that is inside him, he never tried to tame that devil inside him and say, I wouldn't want someone to do this to my girls, and I'm not going to do this to someone else's daughter. You see people like those, you're never sorry for them. You allow God to have his way. You allow karma to do what it needs to do because that's what it's supposed to do. And you never intervene into those things. You stay back and you take notes and you learn from it. You learn that if you should put your hands and feet on a woman like that, you're going to suffer the consequences come one day. You may get away today, but tomorrow you're going to have to deal with it. So it's like Cardi B. She was so hell-bent on revenge. And she is so unfair as well. She is so unfair because how do you marry a man that has always been cheating, a man with a history of being a chronic cheat, and you expect because you have formed a covenant with him, a cheater is just going to stop cheat overnight? Absolutely not. And then she has moved on to Offset. Stefon Diggs is worse than Offset. He is worse because bad to bad. We've never seen Offset in a Christmas photo with more than 5 different kids. How many kids have we seen Offset with? Only his kids that he got before Cardi B and Cardi B's kids. We've heard that he have gotten women pregnant while married to Cardi B, and he had allegedly paid them for abortion. But Stefon Diggs got women pregnant before Cardi B, while he was with Cardi B, after Cardi B gave birth. He's just not gonna stop. But no, she wants to be main character. She wants to be main energy you know, so bad that she wants these men to get on a flight to Tulum, and they should go tonight, and they should go by Delta. And basically, so she wants to be main character so bad because they're saying, and I want to go back and quote this article. They're saying that she wants to get the Chargers on a plane to Tulum. She didn't say the NBA. She didn't say anyone from the team. She wants to. I did a video on Saturday, right? I did a video on Saturday, and in that video, I wrote down the possibilities of Cardi B financing Stefon Diggs. I didn't say I know for sure. I said, could it be possible that she is repeating the same thing that she did with Offset with Stefon Diggs? And I made reference to a live video that she did, and she was speaking about Offset ensuring that no one has ever stole her money. Since she's been with Offset, she hasn't had any irregularities with money. She was on a Instagram live when she said that, right? And when she was bragging about Offset and said this and said that, you know, her followers were in the comment section telling her Offset has to ensure that the money is right because Offset is taking the money for himself and Offset is using your money to finance other women. And she went off on those girls. She went off on them. And then it was a couple months after that, not even a year after. It was about 6 months, if not 3. I think it is 3 months after. She came out and confessed to the internet that Offset's mom allegedly stole her money, and it was like $24 million or $14 million. Offset robbed up her money and was spending it on women, I believe, she said. If not, I digress, but she mentioned Offset was taking her money. Not only that, when she filed for divorce, Offset basically said that he wants spousal support. He wants joint custody. He wants her to pay his outstanding taxes to the IRS, which is $3 million. He wants one of her house and he wants one of her cars. And remember, she was bragging months prior to that, saying Offset was protecting her money and ensuring that her money was right. And when her fan base, they were warning her, telling her that Offset is ensuring that your money is right because he's stealing your money. The internet is looking at what project has Offset done. Where is money coming in to take care of his family? And to further add to that, she went live after the divorce proceedings. It was after a court hearing. The divorce still hasn't been finalized because Offset wants his spousal support. He wants his alimony. He wants the assets. And he's gonna get it. That's the saddest, ugly, freaking part about this. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. And I don't believe he should get anything from this woman because he is the one who broke the covenant of his marriage. He should not be getting anything. But when you see the case is tied up for this long, Cardi B says she's fighting. Offset is going to walk away with something out of this marriage, and he doesn't deserve it. He really, really doesn't deserve it. So, back to my point, and this is why when people say people hate Cardi B, they don't hate Cardi B. They're tired. They're tired of the fact that Cardi B keeps disrespecting black women They're tired of the fact that Cardi B keeps putting out false narrative about her life that is not true. She's always telling lies about her life. And then people, when I say Cardi B lies consistently, people tell me that Cardi B is not a liar. And I said to you guys, I can give you 101 examples of Cardi B lying. And I've just listed some before. She lies consistently. She tries to make herself look so good. When at that, if you know the truth, she says, have you ever had a nigga that he just talks to you and he's obsessed with you and, you and him are always smashing because, the kitty cat is so good. That's a best friend, ho. That's a best friend. That's a best friend, ho. That's a best friend. And then at the same time, your bestie walked out on you after you gave birth to your bestie's son, all because the nurse said, based on state law, your bestie's name could not be on the child's birth certificate because you're a married woman. It doesn't matter if the man is the father. You're going to have to go through the court to get his name on the birth certificate, but the hospital cannot do it without the intervention of the court. Your bestie walked out on you for 3 days after you gave birth. And that's your bestie. And your bestie keeps embarrassing you because he has women pregnant. And some of these women who are now pregnant, it's not their first child for him. For them, it's the second. Allegedly. So when you say people hate Cardi B, people do not hate Cardi B. People are exhausted and annoyed by her constant behavior of not choosing to do better, always promoting herself to be, I have the best kitty cat in the world and a man would never this. And this is why you have to be taking care of your husband. My men are always taking care of me. And then at the end of the relationship, what do you discover? Cardi B is the one who is always taking care of the men. Here she is wanting to pay for Stefon Diggs and his entire team to go to Tulum. And we know she's going broke. I tell you, self-love is not something. Oh Lord. Cardi B's grandparents, they need to pray for her. If they are praying against the people who are talking about her, it's not going to work. You know why it's not going to work? Because the people who are talking about Cardi B is not the problem. Cardi B is the problem. If Cardi B changes and if Cardi B makes healthier decisions, what will the people have to talk about? Oh my God, Cardi B is leveled up. Oh my God, Cardi B is doing good. Oh my God, Cardi B is focused on her kids. Oh my God, Cardi B is focused on her career. Even when she's not the best rapper, but she's an entertainer. She's not the best rapper, but she's an entertainer, and you have to give her credit for that. So if her parents and her grandparents, they are praying against those who are talking about her, the maths is so simple. If Cardi B doesn't change, the people are going to forever talk about her. Because what we talk about her, they're not things that we're making up. We're not making up these things. These are things that Cardi B has actually done. This is the life she's living. These are the things that she's putting out on the internet. And people say, I thought you liked Cardi B. What did I say bad about her? I only spoke about what she's doing. If it's bad, I'm not the one who's doing it. She's the one who is doing it. And that's the realization that you all need to come to. You may say, but it's her money. She can do whatever she wants with it. Okay, fine. Leave us out of the circus. Because if we see the truth, we're going to speak the truth. If you make something publicly available, we're going to talk about it. Because how the hell do you tell the internet that these ninjas are always taking care of you, but at the end of the day, the receipt books proves otherwise? Why? So, y'all need to go talk to your girl, because here she is making the same stupid ass mistakes that you made with Stefan. You can't buy love. Who's gonna tell that girl you cannot buy love, especially from a man? The Bible tells you don't trust them.